Every single time we try to communicate, we need to focus on aligning our thought process on the basis of accuracy of your sentences. First, understand two important things. Whenever we learned our mother tongue, our native language, how did we learn that? We focused on understanding two essential things. Okay. First, it is just our native language where we prefer our native language, like our mother tongue Marathi, we consider for specific casual communication. Everyone, note down this important point. For casual communication, we use our mother tongue. That is our native language. Okay. Now, when it comes to our casual communication, we do not even worry about grammatical mistakes, grammatical errors. Do you agree or not? And for that particular purpose, we never started learning practical grammar to frame basic sentences, asking right questions when it comes to our mother tongue, because it's a part of our natural language learning process. We have been learning this language since you were conceived. That's what the thing is. Since we are conceived by our parents, we start our language learning journey. Maybe when your mom was 3 months pregnant or 4 months pregnant. That's how you start understanding things closely. And by seventh or eighth month, by 8 months specifically, you will see all the five senses of the fetus start activating completely. That is the most important thing. So when it comes to casual communication, our subconscious mind naturally prefers our native language, our mother tongue. Note down this important point. Now, if you wish to learn any native language by going to any place without learning grammar, what exactly you need to do? You simply need to go there. You need to live your life, observe, listen to people, and communicate with people using the basic things. Like if you go to a specific village where only Sanskrit is spoken, you will be able to see that when it comes to Sanskrit, you will see that automatically when you observe the same fundamental activities like eating, taking, giving, bathing, or all whatever activities you consider, all of these things, activities will carry the same way of presenting those activities in Sanskrit language. Let's take the example of American English. If you go to the United States of America, in the United States of America, people will have a different way of pronunciation. They will be able to speak with the accent. And based on that, they will be able to just intonate that particular language. Now, depending on different regions, what exactly is happening? You are learning, your subconscious mind, your language learning mechanism of your mind is accepting and learning that particular language. So your brain is accepting that and it is processing and helping you to build a new skill based on your atmospheric conditions, your environment. That's what we consider. Now, let's understand that if the language can be learned in this kind of simple way, then why do we struggle to improve our English communication? Is it a big question for all of you now? You will see every year there are crores of people in our country. They always struggle to find English communication, to make that English communication impactful in their life. Why? What is the reason? Because we are not learning English language like our native language. How many of you got this as a bulb-on moment? This is very important thing that I want you to understand. We have been struggling a lot to improve our English communication in a specific kind of way, where we feel like we should be able to speak English like our mother tongue. Now, the important question that I want to ask you, did you learn or are you learning English communication or are you improving your English language like you improved your native language? What is your answer? The answer is big no. Now, if you compare the methodology of learning your mother tongue with a foreign language, which is English, you cannot learn through the same methodology. Why? Because the place we are living in, we are surrounded by the activities spoken in our native language. And that's why somewhere down the line, our subconscious mind is not picking up the technique or the mechanism of making these sentences effectively and smoothly. Now, you must be waiting for the solution. What exactly we need to do? We need to focus on one important thing, and that is nothing but first understand what are the common phrases that you need to use regularly. Wrote down this very important thing. I want you to write down this. First is all about what are the common phrases and the simple sentences which you need to communicate effectively around the people in your life, which is very important. Let's say if you go to a shopkeeper, then definitely you will use imperative sentences because you are giving an instruction. Give me 1 kg sugar. Give me 1 packet of milk. If you want to make it more polite, you can simply add, please give me 1 packet of sugar or something like that. Now, when it comes to starting our day, we simply start with good morning, and then we go ahead with how is it going. You can simply greet people when they go out. You simply say have a great day, have a nice day, something like that. Just list down the common phrases you need, which is the most important thing. Okay. Second important stuff, most of the time when it comes to communication, when it comes to conversation, I want all of you to focus on understanding how you can initiate that conversation. For this purpose, until and unless you learn the art of making questions, you won't be able to focus on initiating the conversation. Yes or no? This is very important thing. Step number 2. First, I have told you about learning common phrases which are necessary. Second important thing, you simply need to focus on understanding how you are going to ask the questions to initiate the conversation. If you can ask the questions, you can answer the questions also. Do you agree or not? Now, when it comes to our native language communication, we are very good in terms of asking the right questions. Let it be any situation in your life, but that is based on casual communication without grammar. We don't even think too much when it comes to making simple sentences, questions, or any kind of response. Now, I want all of you to understand that if you learn how to ask valid question or proper questions, then you will be in a position to respond to them properly. And then you can make your communication smoother. Initially, start with simple questions. Go ahead, understand tenses, and you'll be able to understand this particular thing. Now, third, very important thing, it's not always about learning practical grammar or language, but sometimes it is more important to understand the communication skill. Now, when it comes to communication skill, you should be able to use your effective body language, your hand gestures, the loudness in your voice, smile on your face. All these parameters are very important. If you follow these three things, learning simple phrases which will boost your confidence, learning how to make proper questions and ask them effectively, I would say ask the right questions in the right situation to get the right information. Simple. And third important thing, try to work on your communication skills. Build certain habits. If you decide that every day, whenever I will meet any person, I'll simply greet the person based on the time of the day, like good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Have smile on your face and learn this simple gesture. Trust me, you will build a habit which will change everything, and this will help you understand how you need to focus on getting clarity about understanding all of these things in simple and step-by-step manner. Now, if you are getting clarity of improving your language and communication skills, I want you to understand all of these things and start applying in your life. And this itself will help you how you can become an excellent communicator in your life. First, start with basic things. Do not say that within 3 months or immediately you'll be able to gain the skill. Trust me, you take almost 1.5 years or almost 2.5 years to become fluent when it comes to your native language conversation. Yes or no? If you see a child is able to speak his or her mother tongue, the native language, after 3 years. Now tell me honestly, how much time did we give ourselves to learn English language properly, to make proper sentences, to understand how to make questions, and all of the necessary things? First, we carry fear in our mindset. Then we have hesitation to speak. And we always feel nervous when it comes to English communication. This has become a pattern. As per the neuro linguistic programming, this is nothing but the pattern you have developed in your life, and you have to break this pattern, which is very important thing. Until and unless you break this pattern and you start focusing on these three important steps, like learn simple phrases and start using them. Second, you need to ask the right questions to get the right information. And third, work on your body language where you will feel confident. Simply maintain smile on your face, use your hand gestures effectively, and also understand the power of loudness in your voice. That's what I want you to improve and just get clarity about understanding these things in simple and step by step manner.